dicen que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No ain't not yet, que pueda conmigo. Dios es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the green. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hey boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get the chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing stakes. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, It's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium from the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a toss for Swift left side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. The open man is short. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
In a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air, we're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who is their 6th Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active. This move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chips.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Down to about the 22 here. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Third and short, going with their tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll run right here with Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
First carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jason Kabinda taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. It's Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kiki QT. 83 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 14. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Funches has it complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ryan hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. He's got the first down and more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go play action now. Ryan got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the same target, Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. These 2 teams all tied after 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll try and run. This is Williams. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Williams again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that, They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. On third down, Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to it, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. On the return is Williams. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift, because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little more.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Goff now looks to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Here we go on 4th. Goff on the slant. This is Chark. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back-to-back running plays putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as it gets set to take over. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Ryan. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Open man right side is Shark. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Goff connects with St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now a carry for Swift. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
111 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force feeding him in that way. Get to the half, kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Here's Williams to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Ball back to the Detroit offense and DJ Chark.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Goff on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The final shot before break here. Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas. Finding space at the 40.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest. So far.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. A first throw for the backup Foles. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dooley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They stay on the ground, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. Williams looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jason Kabinda ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Foles. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Hines. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run again with Hines. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Boyle.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
57, Mike, 57.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run here on 1st down with Reynolds.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Reynolds.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
On 4th down, Boyle. Here's a diving catch right side, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Khalif Raymond.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's Foles. Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. John Kaminsky in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
To try again after the sack. Foles. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Boyle. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team? My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
On fourth down, Boyle. That's to his running back, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jamal Williams ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think that.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Boyle. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
57. Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun, Boyle.
Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, 15 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Foles. They'll try and set up the screen to Hunt. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Boyle, he'll buy some time right.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's got Granson over the middle.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now back to throw.
This one completes Alec Pierce. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Alec Pierce.
65 yards.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Funchess. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't do us like that.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 3rd down. Boyle. This pass complete to Reynolds.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st and 10, Boyle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Boyle.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
They'll hand off to Reynolds.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got him now.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Boyle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Give to Reynolds.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
They'll run again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Craig Reynolds punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again.
And this one
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Seibert on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll drop to throw. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Kylan Granson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Boyle. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Boyle. Throw left side complete. That's Kennedy.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Boyle.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
I got you. I got you. Hey, check.
Throwing on first down. Boyle.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Armani Watts.
And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Boyle flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Boyle. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Check, 53's Mike. Defense wins championships.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check out, bro. Let's go.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
On 4th down, Boyle. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And the Colts coming out now.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
John Kaminsky able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's got Harris running the slant.
He's at the 40, past the 20, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Pretty Clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man downfield is Reynolds.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here we go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Bandit. Bandit.
On first down, Boyle. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.